Hi and welcome to icemonkeytech. I'm Stephen and today I've got a little surprise for you because funny enough it was a surprise to me. I have received in the post this Soulion, that's how I think it said, Soulion webcam. This is the C20. I've been promised that it can do 1080p at 30 frames per second. So I think what we'll do is we'll give this a quick unboxing, a very quick unboxing because there shouldn't be much into it. We'll talk a few specs and then we'll get some footage off us and see what it's like. And we'll just make this a nice little quick video. So right, I'll see you in a minute. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Quick unboxing. This is the Soulion, in focus there. Soulion C20. I feel that C20 is slightly taken from one of the Logitech cams. I think they use C20 phones, right? This is a FHD webcam, which means full HD. Recording at 1080p, 30 frames per second. Obviously, it takes photos and it streams and it records video. It also has a built-in microphone, and I do believe this has got the camera lens cover. I've had to put my glasses on by the way, so I can read the box because it's small print. So supported resolutions: 320 by 240, 640 by 480, 800 by 600. We also have 1280 by 720, and of course 1920 by 1080 being your 1080p. The sensor is a 1-2.7 CMOS and built-in microphone, 30 frames per second, has a fixed focus. It's USB powered and it works on Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Android v.5 or higher version OS, Mac OS 10.6 or high version. Anyway, let's get unboxed. No offensive knife today because I didn't need one. We have a little user manual here. Get that in shot. Little user manual. It tells you how to do things with your camera and how to plug a USB port in. And if you don't know how to plug a USB port into a PC these days, that's nothing new because you always get it wrong the first time round. We have in the box, we have a, I believe that must be the lens cover. Oh, you've got to stick it on yourself. Oh, I thought it might came with it already on. See if you happen to stick it on yourself. Anyway, lens cover that sticks on yourself, and the camera itself. Here we go. There we go. It's a nice looking camera. It's not bad. Put it in that one, and that one. It's a nice looking little camera actually. It has the nice little soft grip inside, so you put it on top of your monitor and it will grip nicely and won't mark it or scratch it. Oh, there we go. I thought that might do that. There, it tilts backwards and forwards, so you can sit it on your monitor and it'll look absolutely great, and you'll be able to position it where you wish. And quite long cable by the look of it. Nice long cable. You don't need to know how long, but it is quite long. It might be on the box. No, doesn't tell you how long the cable is. Doesn't matter. Well, I suppose it does at certain points. It is, I would say, about 1.8 meters. And I guess not that I'm the most expert person for guessing lengths of cables. Right, tell you what we're going to do. This is it. It looks quite nice. Tell you what, we might as well get this thing stuck on while we're here. So we shall peel that off, our lens protector, and we shall get our little bag. If we can get it, just rip our little bag open because I can never get them open. My little stubby fingers. I am going to position this towards me. We'll sort of slidey that way. So we'll peel this off here somehow. There we go. Oh, we've got it. This says 3M on this. So depending on whether you want to slide it that way or that way, and personally I'm going for that way. So I figure the best way to do this is keep this open, and if we keep it open, so we can see where the lens is, and stick it on as straight as possible. Is that straight? Does that look straight to you? Give it a little bit of a press. Shut that. Give that a little bit of a press. Do you know where it is? It's not bad. It is quite straight. Obviously, do keep in mind, I think these must be the little microphone pinholes either side. So keep in mind that you are not covering them, which obviously you are, and you would be either way. So if that is the microphone pinhole for a stereo mic, then you are covering it when you do that. But never mind. Anyway, that's that on. Right, tell you what we're going to do now. I'm going to get this plugged into the computer, and then I will start using the footage of me doing things on the computer with this, and then we'll see what the footage looks like. So this is the video camera in OBS. Now I had a tiny little bit of mess about because I've got a lot of lights in here, so I have a lot of lighting and I had to try and figure out the exposure and so on and so on. But I got the exposure was out by 1 mark. Probably be absolutely fine when if you haven't got as many lights as me and you're just using a normal webcam. It's simple. Basically, you just go into the configure video section here. It comes up and you go into camera controls, and I've got mine on -5. There's many other options you've got there to change the colour and the saturation and so on and white balance. So you can do as much as you want with it to get it right. Now personally, I don't think the picture is too bad for a cheap webcam, and these are really very cheap compared to some of these super duper high quality ones on the market if you can't afford them. There's nothing wrong with this camera for streaming. Don't forget, most of the time when you're streaming, you will have, like this, you will have excuse me, you will probably have your game running in the background and you sitting down in the bottom corner like that, and so the picture is much smaller. These cameras aren't made to be recording a full 1080p and putting on a 55-inch TV like what I am doing now, unless you watch it on your phone. So yeah, not too bad at all, not shabby at all, easy to set up, works straight away, works like a dream, and if I push the camera lens cover over, you can't see me. And also I would just like to mention that although I did think this had 2 microphones for a left and right microphone, because the 2 holes look very similar, it's not. As I've just figured out, once I've shut the lens cover, one side is power light and the other side is obviously the microphone. Now I don't know how good the microphone is at the minute, so I'll have a listen back and a watch back to some of this footage when I'm editing, and then I'll put the end on in my final my final few comments on what I think of the webcam and also and the sound, because obviously yet again I don't know what the sound's like. So we will chop through some of the phone footage, some of the DSLR camera footage and some of the webcam footage, and we'll mix and match. I'll label it up so you know what's what, which I'm sure you'll be able to tell it anyway. But as far as webcams go and the price of this webcam at the minute, I can't fault it. Right, off to the conclusion. So there we go, hassle-free, very cheap webcam. Like I said before, when the webcam is like that, you can't see that little light there, and that little light tells you that it's recording or it's active. So putting the cover over obviously stops that. I thought it might have been a dual microphone, but I was wrong, and I'm pleased I'm wrong, because like I said before, I think the design's quite good, and it would be a shame to think that they'd done a silly design like that, and I don't even know why I thought they would even do a silly design like that, but they didn't. Yeah, so it's the active light. The footage from this camera is not bad whatsoever. I've actually just done a little scoop of the room, which you'll get to see a bit of the mess on my desk, but never mind. It's quite smooth. The 1080p 30 frames a second is absolutely fine. Once I got the colour grading right, it looked absolutely spot on. And yet once again, it will usually sit down in the corner as a small camera, just of you talking to your audience if you're streaming or doing videos like what I do and have myself sitting in the corner. It's very handy piece of equipment to have, which means I've got an array of three or four cameras now that I can use for different angles and so on. So it makes recording things a little bit easier, because you tend to do them in one go rather than have to retake them. But as far as it is a webcam at the end of the day. So whether you're using Teams or TeamViewer or whatever people use to contact each other these days via streaming, whether it be Twitter, YouTube, or even just talking to somebody on Skype, it seems to be absolutely fantastic and at a bargain price. I think this is $24.99. I will leave a link to this in the description below. Now, I am going to end here, ladies and gentlemen, with a little bit of footage of me playing some random game and sitting in the bottom corner talking about the random game that I'm playing very badly. So anyway, have a nice icemonkeytech. I hope you enjoyed this one. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. We shall do a quick Australian Grand Prix track, and I will have a quick chat to you as I am driving. If my wheel works, if this wheel doesn't work, I'll be going back and doing a different one. Looks like the wheels are on. Excuse the squeaky. squeaky chair, and off we go. I'm going to drop back a bit. We'll just take it nice and easy, or you don't want to see footage of me just sitting up the front all the time, and then realising how easy I have the settings on for this gear. I don't know what's happened to the dead zone, but it's gone somewhere. So anyway, I don't know what the microphone sounds like. I'm assuming that it sounds decent enough. Sorry, about your camera. As you can see, I can't do two things at once. I find it hard to play games and talk at the same time, which is probably why I am not a streamer. And amongst other things, I'm not very good at it either. Come to stop holding it up then. That wasn't my fault. I didn't collide with Verstappen. He hit me. I'm Lewis Hamilton, man. I'm doing no wrong. Got ya. Got ya. So anyway, there you go. I won. And that camera is not bad. And that camera is not bad.